Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sundays with Max, the second edition. Appreciate you guys all being here. Hope you guys all enjoyed the football games today. They were both good games, really good games. Man, tough drop by Baltimore on the 2-point conversion, throwing it to their most sure-handed tight end, and he dropped it. Otherwise, it would have been good. Surprised at that. But anyway, it was definitely fun watching some football games today. Alrighty, let's see who is here. First of all, get out of the way. I can't. Vinny Del Greco, I see a second, but I can't see who's first. Thank you. I have the poll in the way. Steven Cicero, Vinny Del Greco, Son of a Rabbit, Dan Bulmer, Les the Dog C57, Burn, Na City, Shides. Sunday's okay. Sunday or Monday, I could do either. Caw Valley Crypto, Chump Change. It is past your bedtime. You need to go to bed. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Patrick Murphy and Automatic Beats. Retro Mike Tech is here. I did not change out my wife's GPU yet. In fact, I got the two GPUs that I pulled the GPU that needs to go on her computer, but I didn't put it in her computer yet. So I'll be getting to that probably tomorrow morning. Let's see who else is here. Frogman, Traveler's Travels, Feeling Blessed. Yes, I am as well. Black Hat Team. And let's see who else. Integra Guy 004. Good evening. And Man Cave Tech and Aragorn Strider gets in just under the wire. So yeah. Oh, now you're sick, Chump? Oh man. I know his kids were really sick. They've been sick for a while, man. There's just so much stuff going around this year. So much stuff going around. I'm so glad I don't have kids right now. Well, kids that live at home anyway. And just trying to not get too close to people. Let's put it that way. Not get too close to people. I work in a warehouse, so I can keep my distance for the most part. So, yeah, not really much you can do. You want to console your kids, you're bound to pick up whatever they have, which sucks, which really sucks. Yeah, we've been actually pretty lucky up here with weather. I know it's gonna be freezing. Well, it's freezing now. I'm not sure if it's below zero yet, but it will be below zero tonight. Oh, it is currently zero. Currently 0 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So that's cold. -11 with the wind chill. I have just been informed. And that's on our weather thing, right? Yeah, that's on our own weather system thingy. And it's not Weather XM. It's another one we've had for before Weather XM even occurred. We used to feed data to one of the weather sites, which WeatherBug. That's what we used to feed it to. But we don't anymore. They're not paying us for it, so we ain't gonna give it to them. So, alrighty. Well, I don't have too much to talk about tonight. So if you guys have any AMAs, please throw them in there and tag me. But one thing I did notice, Lark Davis had a video today talking about inflation and is it something to be worried about? Well, I don't think it's going to affect whether we have a bull run. I think it can affect how good of a bull run we have. And he brought up a number of things. Some things I agreed with, some things I did not. But overall, definitely agreed with the overall sentiment, which is if inflation goes higher, that means that the Fed will have to raise rates, and raising rates always causes people to have second thoughts about investing in speculative or riskier assets. When interest rates are lower, people are more likely to invest in riskier assets. So it does affect, and the last inflation report was higher. It was 0.4% higher than November. So it was higher, but a lot of that was due evidently to energy. So core actually was as expected. So I think that's the reason why the markets reacted favorably. So I don't know if they figured that the energy prices were just seasonal or what, but I have to admit, I was really surprised at the way the markets reacted to the inflation report. Because I saw, hey, they want inflation to come down. Housing really hadn't come down much. That's the sticky one. That's the one that's got to come down for inflation really to start getting close to that 2%. So, and by the way, that was the other thing is he was saying, well, it's a 2.9, the target's 2%. No, this is the one thing that a lot of people don't know is that the 2% target is for PCE. Personal consumption expenditures or something like that, but it's a different index similar to CPI, but it's different. And that comes out later in the month. So we'll have a better idea of how far away we are from that 2% mark. But until we start approaching that 2% mark, I don't think we're going to see the Fed budge. So I'm actually predicting that we will see probably 0 interest rate cuts this year, possibly 1. That's what I'm thinking. And then, of course, there's the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is tariffs. So if there are significant tariffs, I mean, we're talking a little bit here, a little bit there, on very specific targeted goods. That's different. I mean, Biden did that too. So Biden actually, by the way, a lot of people don't know this, but Biden actually increased tariffs, like increased the overall amount of tariffs during his presidency. So you can do it as long as you do it targeted, because it did not affect what the Fed was able to do. Nobody was talking about the tariffs that he was doing as affecting the overall economy. But if we're talking about broad tariffs, where we're going to say we're going to tariff everything coming out of China, well, now we're talking about a lot of things and a very, very high amount of tariffs. And there's no two ways around it. If there are tariffs, prices will go up, and that will cause inflation to rise. So I know people that I'm just going by what he says. And he says that he's going to raise tariffs. So it's a current concern to me. I know other people that were saying tariffs are great, and now they're not. They're saying, oh, no, it's just a negotiating. So which is it? I don't know. Time will tell as to what he actually ends up doing. So I'll go with the fingers crossed he is just using it as a negotiating tactic. If he is, then we'll be good. If he's not, yeah, then that's not going to be good for where we might be going with Bitcoin. I know a lot of people are talking about Bitcoin possibly hitting 250,000 to 300,000. I think if, my original target was 150,000. I think if interest rates are going to go up, in other words, inflation goes up and therefore interest rates go up, I think we're looking at no more than 175,000. Still good, still a bull run, still 75% gain from about where we are right now, but not where we are hoping, where we would all hope that we would be going. And when we're talking about riskier assets, you have to remember that Bitcoin is a risky asset, but nowhere near as risky as altcoins. So while it will affect Bitcoin, I'm very curious to see how it affects altcoins, because I know a lot of us are thinking, well, altcoins have much further to run. While I think they will all see some run, we may not see the same type of altcoin bull run that we've seen in previous years if inflation is rising. There won't be as many investors that will want to invest in it. Anyway, just my 2 cents as I was listening to Lark Davis. Oh, the other thing, and I actually had a chart pulled up. I had to I had to update OBS right before we started, so I had to kill Chrome in order to do that. Anyway, the issue was that I had a chart up. I'm not sure if I still have the chart up, but we have continued to produce more oil through, thank you. Yes, the Christmas tree was not lit. Now it is. Um, so we have continued. So I don't know how much we're actually going to see. I really don't think we're going to see a large decrease in oil prices just because Trump's president. I don't think we're going to see a large increase or anything. I just think we're going to see the normal cycles when they go to change their blends from winter to summer. We're going to see an increase in prices like we always do. Around July 4th, probably will be about the highest price of the year. There's going to be all that. Nothing I don't think is really going to change with gas prices. That's actually, if nothing else, not a bad thing, because that means that that's not going to affect inflation. So at least we won't have that be part of affecting the inflation equation. So, but time will tell. Time will tell. It's easy to spew predictions, and we'll see where we end up. All right. Hey, Red Panda's here. I see. Anybody else join? Oh. So yeah, I have a 4070, I have a 4070 Ti, and I obviously have 4090s. It's really going to depend on, what you're able to get it for. So think of it this way, like a 4080 performs about half what a 4090 does. And then a 4070 is down from there. And you have 4070 Ti Super, you have 4080 Super. So you have all these things in between. So it's really a matter of gauging the performance of the 4000 series. But really, when it comes to mining, I mean, you're not really going to be making much at this point. The return on investment is low. Your break-even point is probably, well, let me do this. Hash rate.no. And we'll go to GPUs. I know I'm going to bring up the screen in a second. Let me just get into here real quick. So we could use a 4090, and let's just say a 4090 goes down to $1,000. I don't think it's going to, but let's just say that it does. Based on half performance. It's not really half performance. It's still performing. I don't know if you've heard the rumors, but the raster performance on a 5090 is only about 15% greater than a 4090. But it has other features. It has streamer processors that weren't in the 4090. It has more tensor cores. So, when you're looking at just raster, you're only talking about CUDA cores and nothing else. So other things also factor into that as well. But anyway, I digress. But let's say it was $1,000. So let me bring up the other screen. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. It's this one. Okay. Let me okay, I'm in 4090. 4090. Oh, that's interesting. For 24 hours, Aleo is 30 cents, but right now it's 33 cents with Gemlink. But let's just say 30 cents per day. I mean, that's not really making a lot. So let's say 0.3 times 30 times 365. No, that's not right. No, I did that wrong. 0.3 times 365. You're only making $100. $100 at 10 cents. Yeah, I mean, at 10 cents. 10 cents per kilowatt hour. $110 on a 4090. So that is going to take you about just short of 10 years to break even. So I hate to be the Debbie Downer here for mining and buying GPUs just for mining. It's just not there. Now, let's say, I mean, even if Aleo doubles or triples in price from where it is now, or whatever coin it is, so everything goes up. Obviously, more people are going to jump on board because people have old hardware that they now will find profitable. But let's just say nothing changes and you triple it. You're still talking at least 3 years. You remember in the Ethereum days. I mean, we pay things off in 3 months. So now, with that said, yes, you still have the residual value of the GPU. So even if you say, okay, fine, I buy it for $1,000, I can sell it for 800. 2 years from now, you're still only breaking even. So it just isn't going to make that much money mining right now. Anyway, that's why I mine when I'm not rented. Otherwise, I'm focusing on AI compute because I think that's where the growth is. Obviously, other people are finding that as well. But yeah, I've actually today I did another swap. So I took the Dell 7810 that I had my 4070 Ti in. I took the 4070 Ti out. I put that into just a regular computer's a 5600X on an X470 motherboard. Anyway, I put the 4070 Ti in there, and I'm currently running Salad with that. I mean, I was running Salad with the 4070 Ti before anyway, but I just moved it over to a different Salad computer and then reloaded the Dell 7810 with 23060s and loaded it up with Vast. So right now I'm sitting there kind of waiting for just waiting for it to have a week before maybe it'll get tested so that hopefully it will be verified eventually. But right now it's the second one I've done. And the first one that I did has actually been rented. I still have it where the on-demand price is really high because I'm still within a week, and I want to make sure that that I give it the opportunity of a week for them to test it and then hopefully get verified in a couple of weeks. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But that's my plan, is to try to move more things to AI as much as I can. I have to be very cognizant of where everything's plugged in. In fact, that reminds me, I forgot to plug that one into a different outlet. Give me one moment. And no, I did not find out where my microwave, which circuit my microwave's on. I will do that eventually one day. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just wait until I get the panel upgrade. But let me check that circuit to make sure it doesn't have too much energy right now. And it does not. Interesting. I thought it was going to have more power than that. But that's good. I'm glad. I'm just going to double check what's rented right now. And maybe that's why maybe the two 3060s, maybe both rigs aren't rented right now. Yep. That's what it is. Both rigs are not currently rented. That's why. So before I go to sleep tonight, I will have to make sure I move one of those over to a different circuit. That would be a good idea. So oh, that's true. I could do that. Because then that's probably a good idea. I like that. Although that's probably not really good on the microwave. It's probably really bad for the microwave. I don't know. I thought it sounded like a good idea for a second. Patrick Murphy, wind chill, more like scam chill. Dude. Yeah. It isn't. There is an actual wind chill. And it does mean something. Fiddler, good to see you. Let's see. What did I miss between Retro Mike and RPM? Oh, Retro Mike, you're in Florida? He fell? You fell? Dude, we talked about this. Oh, man. Are you okay? I hope you're okay. How far did you fall from? I did fall today. It was great. Oh my God, man. Did you break anything, or you just were a little sore so you rubbed some dirt on it? So anyway, let's check out the poll. So 69% of you said no, you didn't buy either Trump or Melania. And 20% of you said you did buy Trump. Only 6% of you said you bought Melania, and 6% said you bought both. So that's pretty interesting because I guess I didn't vote, but I guess everybody that bought Melania, that means that every one of them also bought Trump. I did not buy Trump. I did try buying Melania, and wow, that was a bad idea. But yeah, it was like $80. It wasn't that big of a deal. I'm just checking to see how much money I've lost. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. It's down. Yeah, it's down. I bought it when it was like closer to like $12, like right near the peak. And now it's down to $9.56, although it was as far down as $7.65. So it's coming back. It's coming back. That's right. I did it for fun. Over the weekend, well, starting I think Thursday night. Yeah. I sold a bunch of Litecoin. I mentioned it on some of the other streams. And then I've since rebought at lower levels. So I saved $120 by doing that. So this is kind of fun to just see like how stupid things can get and be a little bit more of a participant. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Yeah. Buy high, sell low. Yep. Not usually how I do things, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? You retracted it, but I can still read it. That's so funny. I can still read the retracted messages in the OBS multi-chat. That's funny. So there you go, Vinny. I just read your retracted message. All right, well, let me end that poll. There we go. Let's see. What else are you guys talking about? Yeah, it's coming back. That's the slogan for all GPU miners. Yes, you are correct. Well, the other thing, I did get my new keyboard today. I love it. If you guys haven't seen the short on it, I did put a short out about it. And I'm colorblind, guys, so I didn't even know that the actual keycaps were pink lettering on black. Had no idea. And I don't care. Maybe that was the reason why it was as cheap as it was, because people don't want to buy pink lettering. It's light red. You said it was pink. Yeah, light red is pink. Yeah, I know. So anyway, but yeah, I don't care. And I can always replace the keycaps, which I was already thinking about doing, because these are not shine through. So I was thinking about getting different keycaps that are shine through, although because these switches are not like, don't have translucent tops. Here, actually, let me switch back. Yeah, I'm switching back. These tops of these switches, these are 2 extra switches that came with it. They're not, it's hard to tell, but they're not translucent on the top. So light's not going to shine through them. So therefore they won't light the keycaps up. And these other ones that may put in WASD, they're not translucent either. So if I am going to get shine through, I will probably have to switch out not just the keycaps, but also the switches. But I do like these switches. They are buttery smooth. They got that nice thock to them. Yeah, my wife says it sounds like I'm typing underwater with the way they sound, but that's kind of that buttery sound that they talk about. So anyway, I'm very happy to be typing on this. It feels better. It's just more comfortable. It doesn't move at all because it's really heavy. Yeah, I really like it. And it's wireless. I haven't started using it wireless yet because I wanted to charge it up, make sure the battery is all charged up. And from what I've heard, this particular keyboard with the RGB on, it doesn't last very long. So I'd have to turn the RGB, Traveler's Travels. When flannel coin? I wasn't planning on doing any coins. I was not planning. It's a lot of work to do coins. If you're going to do it right and you're not famous, I mean, I see what work that Jellyfish coin, those guys put in. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You gotta push your coin constantly and engage your community, because meme coins are just community coins. If you don't have a community, forget it. It isn't going to work. So I have to admit, in order to buy Melania, because I needed something quick to try to get in, I did sell my jellyfish. I sold my jellyfish just because that was what I had handy. So, and I was down on jellyfish. So anyway, I'll have some losses for next year that I can hopefully go against the gains I just had. So there you go. Yes, the logo would definitely have to be blue flannel. Oh, it's not stopping any of you from launching a flannel coin. You could definitely do that. Did Solana go down with all the Melania drama? You know what? I'm not sure. Not sure. I'm just going to look it up on my phone because it's easier to do it there. Let's see here. I'm currently not doing any spec mining. I am simply mining. Well, in a way I am, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call mining Aleo spec mining, but I am mining for what I'm hoping for is the ASIC pump. So I'm continuing to mine Aleo. Yes, Sol did come down. God, it was up to like 270 something. No, it was up to 294 today. 294. Holy cow. I did not see it go all the way up there. See, I've got mine staked, so I couldn't sell it. But yeah, now it's hit lows of 231, but it's right now at 235. So yeah, it has been all over the place. Jupiter, I know, is down less than $1 again. So that's taken a hit as well. I don't think it was because of the Melania. I think it's that people are getting over that big rush of excitement for the Trump meme coin. So they're not trading as much. There's not as much activity. So that's why not as much activity, not as many fees generated for Solana, not as much activity on the Solana blockchain. That was a lot of what was driving the Solana price. People had to buy in order to transact. So I know when I was trying to transact for the Melania coin, it kept telling me failed. And so then I finally did it on my phone and it went through. But yeah, there was a big, I forget what they call it, but 5% wiggle room of as far as what you're actually going to get for your price. All right. I did. Oh, very funny, son of a rabbit. Oh yeah. Yeah, my wife says because it has a $sign in front of it, because it's a token, that it's Smolania. Anyway. Yeah, everything's down for the moment. This is Sunday. It's Sunday. It's what happens on Sunday. Slippage. Thank you, Traveler's Travels. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, because it's Melania token, but with a $sign in front of it, so it looks like Smolania. So there you go. So Traveler's Travel says, I've got 10 GPUs online mining Nexa before the ASIC release. That's not a bad idea. I'm not a big fan. Nexa's don't even remember it pumping once. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Nexa. Maybe I don't know much about it. I did research it at one point and I just wasn't that excited about it. Aleo, on the other hand, I was like, that sounds interesting. But yeah, City, I'm not doing any spec mining. To answer that question completely and definitively, would definitely be cheaper to buy the coin. Yes, at this point, it definitely would. Next has a big backing, former BCH, BTC devs. Yeah, but it's not like they haven't had time to do stuff and get things moving. And as we all know, devs alone are not going to make a coin move. It needs, for lack of a better term, I don't know what you want to call it, but there's got to be a certain amount of marketing and community behind a coin. Community marketing, they go hand in hand. If you market your coin mainly through your community, that's your form of marketing. Otherwise, you may market in other ways. But, you know, through, you know, paying influencers, for example. So just depends, but you do need it. She is not, by the way. Jean-Francois Abin, cool. Cool down before we tomorrow's pump, or buy the rumor, sell the news. It's buy the rumor, sell the news. I think it's going to be a rough week in the markets, personally. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I think. I'm preparing to ride it out. Won't be making any more trades. So that's where I'm at. So I guess you could say I'm not so convinced that that I'm going to sell things in anticipation of it going down. So not sure, but that's where I'm leaning. Where I'm leaning. Beats knows the vibe. ZK Snarks or bust. Cool. And what was the other? What was the other? Oh, you said Z15. That was the other one that does ZK Snarks. Yeah, I mean, if you think... So I'm guessing, obviously, it's a different algorithm, even though it's ZK Snarks. It's a different algorithm for Aleo than it is for anything that the Z15 mines. Sailor announced another BTC buy for tomorrow. Well, that might help the market a little bit. Does that mean he's buying tomorrow, or that he's already bought? I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't, like, actually buy options ahead of time so that he can lock in his price before he actually buys it through the options. I know it's probably a little bit more expensive that way, but maybe a way to get around the SEC requirements for, you know, announcing large purchases. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He probably bought Friday and Saturday. That's what I was thinking. Whatever you're eating over there, it smells really good. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Global market cap hasn't moved much. Like Max, I don't think many people did, which was sell and shift resources. Yeah, I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? All right, I'm going to put up a poll. What do you think markets will do? What do you think markets, crypto markets specifically, will do? Go up. Go down. Come on, buy the rumors, sell the news. Oop, too many. Too many characters. The what parent company? Oh, no, I did not. I guess the SEC is suing Helium, the parent company of Helium. Oh, okay. No, I did not see that. I thought you were reading an article. And then trade sideways. Let's see. What do you guys think? So no, I did not see that. Son of Ravage says, without time frame, this question makes no sense. I'm talking about this week. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have put that in the question. This week. I don't think I can. No, I'm gonna have to end the poll. But yeah, just know that I'm talking about this week alone. But yes, you are correct. If you don't put a time frame to it, it makes no sense. Because if we said until the end of the year, I'd say I think the markets are going to go up. And then at that point, the question would be not whether they're going to go up, it'd be how much. What's your target for Bitcoin by the end of the year, that type of thing. But I still think we don't have enough information to even make a prediction. That's, by the way, that's one thing that's going to be good about an incoming president is, yes, in the first couple of weeks, they will be doing a lot of work. They'll be doing executive orders. A lot of the unknown will be known. And the markets hate unknowns, absolutely hate unknowns. So when all of these things that have been proposed either come to fruition or don't, the markets will then know, okay, this is the situation we're in. Not necessarily a bad situation or a good situation, just the situation we're in at this point. And then they will make moves based upon having a lot more information than what they have right now. So that's the good thing. I think 3 weeks from now, obviously depending on what happens. I mean, if Trump comes into office and puts 100% tariffs, I'm exaggerating, obviously, for effect. He comes in and says 100% tariffs on China. Well, yeah, then we're going to be in a world of hurt for crypto. But that's not going to happen. The question is what is he actually going to do? Oh, thanks, Son of Ravage. I appreciate it. Let's see. That's so weird. Hold on a second. That is so weird. Okay. I put it on live chat. For some reason, I wasn't getting all of the chat messages. I was seeing them in the multi-chat on OBS, but then when I went back to look at the YouTube chat, I didn't see it. So, at least I know that the OBS multi-chat is on live chat. So yeah, it was fun doing a live stream with Chump. It will not be a regular thing. Let's see. Looking to see. So retro mic. Oh, you already said that. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And Patrick Murphy. Yeah, one's a. Okay. I think I'll just leave that one alone because I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, exactly. Patrick Murphy, $20 is $20. Absolutely, it's $20. You are not wrong. Okay, I guess I missed what Patrick Murphy said. Yeah, I will move on. So what else you guys want to talk about tonight? I was trying to think of what else I had. I had a couple things I was going to mention, and now I'm drawing a blank on what else I was going to talk about. Let me look at this real quick. I still haven't done the 5090 video. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow morning. But I will do it tomorrow morning. Probably, maybe do some of it tonight. No, I'll do it tomorrow morning. Definitely do it tomorrow morning. Did weigh myself again this morning. 32 pounds lost. Same. Hopefully tomorrow I will have lost a little bit more. The wife made lamb chops for dinner. It was very good. Very, very good. Hope you guys had a good dinner as well. Oh, yeah, I haven't put any of the cards up for sale yet. I've been more worried about the 3060s I have is getting them up and running. So, like I said, I got 4 out of those 6 up and running so far. Still have 2 more. I got to decide which rig I'm going to put those on. But for now, I haven't put anything up for sale, but I will be. I just have to be able to test them all. So tomorrow morning, the goal will be to get that video done before I go to work. So that's going to be my goal there. And then the following morning, I will want to do another video. And then probably later on this week, probably want to get them up priced by the end of the week. That's going to be my goal, is to get them up so that people can see them this weekend. And then hopefully start getting them sold. That would be nice. That would be nice. So yeah, 3070 Ti's, a couple 3070 and like 10 3060 Ti's. That's what I have more of than anything, but 6 3070 Ti's and 2 3070s. So that is what I got going on there. I had it and then I lost it. Oh, Micro Center. Has anybody out there talked to their local Micro Center about how they're going to handle, and I should say, are you in a cold state? How they're going to handle the 5090 release. Retro Mike says, thoughts on NVIDIA limiting the 5090 for AI and mining via driver? I'm guessing the big boy workstation card will have the unlock driver. Where did you find that information? I did not hear that, but I like the fact that you'd be starting a rumor on that. Yeah, you don't want to get the 5090 because it's limiting the 5090 for AI and mining. Now I'm really curious. I got to do a search on this. Let's see. The wife does not like the sound of my new keyboard. I love it. 5090 for, I'll just say mining. That's 5090Ds. I see it for the 5090D. I do not see it for the 5090. Let me see. NVIDIA RTX 5090, limited availability and restrictions. That's a Reddit post. I don't want a Reddit post. So I see it for 50D for the D, but I have not seen anything like an article specifically calling out the 5090 as being limited. Yeah, all the articles I've seen have said the 5090D. I've seen other YouTubers talk about it, but I think maybe some of them are mixing it up for the 5090D. And the 5090D, for those that don't know, that's the one that is to be sold in China, which would make sense as we're trying not to give them more AI capability. Yeah, I am not seeing anything for the 5090, just the 5090D. If you have a link, shoot me a DM, Mr. Retro Mike. If you have a source, I was unable to find a source. All right, let's see what else everybody's talking about. We'll come back to that if he finds a source for that. Yeah, 30 series are 2 gens behind. Yeah, they are, but I mean, think about it. How long were 580s, RX 580s good for? They were good for multiple generations. So just because they're 2 generations old, I wouldn't necessarily say that that means that they're no good. I think a 3090 can still do pretty darn well, even when the 50 series is there. I don't know what the D stands for, but it's for China, basically, that there's a limit on the amount of compute and basically limiting its abilities, because it's going to China. They want to make sure that the rest of the world that are friends of the US actually are able to have better AI cards than China. So China, basically, their top end card that they can get is the 5090D. It used to be the 4090 before the 4090D came out and they made that law. But yeah, and it's a little bit more convoluted than that too, because there is the allies, which can order as many of the 5000 series as they want. And then there are the ones that are kind of friends, and they have a quota system. They can only have so many sold to them. And I'm sure part of that is because they're afraid that some of them might end up in China. Wait a minute. Where? What? You're starting the giveaways already? You are. I'm giving away 12. Oh, RX 4070 8 gig GPUs in tomorrow's video. Got it. All to one person? That's not very nice. I don't want any of those. But hey, you know, some people, if they are, especially if they build computers for friends, yeah, I mean, it still works. I'm assuming they'll still work. But yeah, they could still be useful. They can still be useful for playing like Fortnite and, you know, some of the simpler games. Absolutely. D equals dragon. Yeah, it might be. D dumb for buying it. Yeah. Crypto Cat Farm says, "Oh, I just oh, you just gave one to your girlfriend. Got it." Retro Mike says he always buys 2 generations old. There's no way I could justify spending $3K on a GPU. I won't even spend 500. Yeah, except, you know, if you're trying to be efficient, that's the key. And I'm buying one 5090, and I want to see what it can do. Because while the percentage that improvement that it's getting seems to be somewhat equal to the percentage in the power. And if that's the case, you're not getting any additional efficiency. The only thing you're getting is density, which there's some value to density, but not the same as efficiency. That's for sure. So we'll see. What did Sunflower Mama say? They changed it, and you are supposed to sleep if you are tired. It helps the brain recover. What did they change? What was that? Oh, got it. Oh, if you had a, yeah. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Red Panda, if you have a concussion, you are supposed to rest. I hope you don't have a concussion. That would be bad. That would be bad. Yeah, it is. That is the new guidance. I mean, you can look it up. It is the new guidance. Density value is only good if you're, I mean, if you're profitable and you can get more in the space that you have. So basically, if I've got an 8 GPU rig and a 6 GPU rig, if I can get better density, in other words, more power per card, I don't have to buy another another server in order to get the equivalent performance, because the servers aren't cheap. So the density does matter. So if you can buy a 5090, and, you know, sell your 4090s for, say, 75%, or even 60%, let's say, then maybe it makes sense in order to do that. So I don't know. I'm going to test one out. It's probably going to take a while before any of them will. In fact, you know what? I haven't looked on Vast to say when will 5090s. Let's see what they say. 5090s. See what they say. I mean, everybody talking about they're getting one. Yeah, there's just rumors out there right now, as far as that, at least that I can see. Yeah, I haven't seen. Retro Mike has not sent me an article yet. Like I said, all the articles I saw said it was limited on the 5090D. I'm looking through here, maybe that there'd be an article or something. So Retro Mike, I also can only mine on 120 volts, so I often opt for the lower power cards. Yeah, fair enough. I'd rather run several low end and mine multiple coins than only being able to mine one with a big card using all power. True. I'm kind of an all in type of guy, not mining all these other coins. Like a lot of different coins. I kind of pick one and mine everything to that. That's been my strategy. So how high did he fall from? 6 feet. Nothing hurts? Oh. Oh yeah. Wait till tomorrow when you can't move. Well, it's not even that. It's yeah, hopefully go see a chiropractor if you have any back pain or neck pain. Yeah, and of course take a Motrin. That would be good. So you got them all done before you fell? That's good. That's good. Yeah, and I'm glad you didn't fall when you were 20 feet high. That would have been really, really bad. But yeah, you're younger than us. And yeah, if we fell from that height, it would not be pretty. Yeah, wait until you get older. 6 feet is like 60 feet. Yeah, exactly. Crypto Cat Farms. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, J Rose, wait until tomorrow. Yeah, probably gonna feel it tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, definitely take it a little easy tomorrow is what I was thinking. Um, yes, he was cleaning the gutters because he should have cleaned the gutters about 2 months ago. But he didn't because he's got trees all over his lot. So of course he's gonna have junk in his gutters. So yeah. Red Panda says, making 4 videos tomorrow. I have to go hard. Well, okay. That's right, because you said you're going to Taiwan. I forgot about that. By the way, what are you going to Taiwan for? Just for fun? For family or whatever? And yeah, I expect a 5090 when you come back. He said that on his stream today, that if he can get one for himself, he'll buy me one as well. I doubt he'll be able to get one, but I can hope. I can dream. Alrighty, guys. Well, I have been going about an hour, and I did a live stream Saturday morning and Saturday night, so I kind of have run out of things to talk about. Let me go back to my topics that I had down just to make sure there wasn't anything else. I think I talked about all this stuff. Like I said, go watch my my short on my new keyboard. I love it. I love it. Wife does not like it. My wife does not like it at all. She wouldn't like the one I have at work because it sounds similar. This one sounds a little more bubbly than the one at work. Well, hey, she's just going to make me have to get different switches. That's all. So it doesn't sound like that. Either that or I can tear it apart and take some of the foam out. That will definitely change it. But I like it. She's not here to hear me type on it that much anyway. Yeah, I'm looking at everything and I've gone over everything that I had written down as topics for all my live streams and what I talked about on Saturday and what I talked about last night. So 5 more minutes. Do you guys have any questions for me? The Magus got rug pulled today. Not exactly. It's just the fact that, you know, people are holding until it starts to go down and everybody's like, okay, I'm not going to be the one left holding the bag. I'm getting out. And then it just becomes a rolling snowball going down a snow hill. So ball keeps getting bigger and bigger and running faster and faster. So let's see where, I haven't looked to see where Trump is, but let's see where Melania is. Is it still, or Smolania as my wife calls it? Hang Let me go back there. Looks like it's, yeah, it's back to 765. So it's back at its most recent low. So yeah, I've lost $20. No biggie. But, oh well. Easy come, easy go. Maybe it'll go up tomorrow with the inauguration. We shall see. Oh, Melania just took another turn. Melania is now down to... Oh, wait a minute. That was probably... Huh. I don't know what went down. Maybe High Vapor took a turn. I don't know. Anyway, I just saw the total go down by like 10%. So maybe it just hadn't adjusted yet. That's probably it. Just doing one more. Yeah, 763 is where Smolania is at. It's like 2 to 3 hours wait on Sol transfers now. Really? Huh. I wasn't aware. I mean, I suppose... I mean, if that's still the case, that's not a bad thing then. It still tells me there's some demand. It's just taking a while for people to get their Solana where it needs to be in order to make the trades. So that could be. That could be. J Rose. What did J Rose say? Have some hot chili crab. And he said $100. Oh, 100%. Got it. I was confused by the $100. And Fiddler says, card prices going up on eBay. Good time to liquidate compared to prior to 6 to 12 months. Yeah. I just think it's because there's lack of inventory right now. It's this really good period of time where they're just starting to come out with the new cards, but they don't have any inventory of the previous generation. And until they release all the cards, especially the lower end cards, this is going to be a really good time to sell. And most people aren't willing to, and I mean by percentages, there's going to be a certain percentage that are willing to take the chance on Intel cards, but most people are still thinking, I want to stay NVIDIA. It's what I know, you know, it's what's reviewed. It's what everybody talks about. So I still think it'll be a good place. So yeah, I'm hoping maybe get like 4,000 for all those cards. We will see. We will see. Obviously, I got to pay for the shipping and everything, so that'll be a significant cost. But I don't know. Certainly should be able to get over 3,000 for those 18 cards at a minimum. I'm thinking, but we'll see. We'll see. And actually, it'll be a little more than 18 now that I think about it, because I'm taking the 33060 Ti's and moving them around. So I'll have at least 19. Yeah, at least 19, and I'll have that. Oh, there's 11 3060 Ti's that I'll have, because the one that was in my wife's computer will come out. That one will come out. And I don't know. I've kind of debated on whether to sell all my 3070s, because I've got 3 of them total. Because I have one in my computer, and then maybe putting like the 4070 Ti in my computer. Especially if I'm going to be creating more content, so that will make for faster rendering, which is nice. I did used to have that 4070 Ti in my computer, and then decided that I liked making more money in it. But the 4070 Ti on Salad has done so poorly, like really bad. I don't know why, but it hasn't been rented for days. So I may move it to Salad fairly soon and see how it does there. Didn't do that great before, but I don't know. We'll see. Got some things to play around with. So, alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night. And thank you guys all for coming. I do appreciate it. And spread the word. Spread the word that I'm doing this on Sunday nights instead of Monday nights. And one last thing. My goal for the near future, obviously I need to put out content in order to do it, and that is already in the works, is trying to get to at least 7,500 subscribers. 7,500 subscribers I will be donating a KS0 Ultra to the Red Panda giveaway, and if I hit 10,000, I will donate a 3060 Ti. Not one of the ones Sunflower Mama got, but one of the other ones. So, and either way, I will give those away anyway. It's just whether or not it'll be on Panda's giveaway. If I don't make those numbers during his giveaway, I'll give them away later in the year. So I'm going to hold one 3060 Ti back. So yeah, I guess I am only selling 18. So we'll go from there. One more thing. Somebody actually had asked me about this. Was asking me, since I didn't do the charity stream in September, was I planning on doing one sometime soon? I'm thinking I will do one in March. I might ask some other people maybe if they want to get involved with their charities, possibly. But we'll see. I'm toying around with that. But yeah, ovarian cancer month is actually in September, but September we had some bad things happen in the family, so there were a lot of other things going on at that time, so could not do it during September. So, and it is Sunflower Mama's birthday in March, so we could do it like shortly before her birthday, because she would really like to help out the ovarian cancer charities. For those of you that don't know, she had ovarian cancer a few years ago. She's in remission. She is one of the lucky ones, and at least so far. And 5 years is the key point. We are currently at 3 years since she stopped chemo. So since her chemo ended, I should say. So yeah, 2 more years. We're on there's a bell curve basically, and she is on the other side of the bell curve, which means the further away she gets at this point, the less her chance. When you're first going into your first couple years, the actual bell curve actually goes up. You're more likely, as time goes away from your cancer, to actually get the cancer back, because there's kind of a specific amount of time. 18 months to 2.5 years is kind of like that key time when, if it's going to come back, it's going to come back then. So she's on the opposite side. So we are continuing to keep our fingers crossed and think positively, and hope that she keeps on that train. That would be good. Alrighty, guys, I'm rambling, so I am going to go. And thanks again for being here. I appreciate it. And we will see you next Sunday on Sundays with Max. The General is out. Have a good night, everybody.